Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to take a look at some of the problems that may occur when men advocate for fat women. Are there some problems that may arise when men attempt to be fat allies? These questions and more will be answered today. Before we continue, you must first subscribe. And then we must apply comb to mustache.
I want to talk about the limitations of men's advocacy for fat women, and not just because a man in his 40s decided that my page was too much for him, because the vibes were too negative.
Okay, A, she's not talking about me, and B, I'm not 40, so why are you looking at me? Alright, I looked in the comments of that video that she made, and it linked to this. This is the guy that she's talking about, quote, in his 40s, that was like giving her a hard time or said that the vibe was too negative or whatever. So this dude said your vibe was too negative. Looks like we got ourselves a standard run-of-the-mill F-boy. Fuckboy. A guy who lies to girls so he can pull as much ass as possible. He thinks he is God's gift to Earth and is usually pretty damn beautiful. He will lie to you about planning a future together, and then when you start to get too serious, he will ghost you. Fuckboys invented ghosting. There is only one way to beat a fuckboy. Start dating other guys and ghost him back. His ego can't handle being ignored. No one intends to date a fuckboy, but if you find yourself in love with one, the only way to get him to pick you is to ask God for a miracle, because it will never happen. He will likely cheat no matter what. Do yourself a favor, stay away from fuckboys. Curtis Connor has talked about this before, and yes, I am a citizen of Curtistown. He'd be like, fuckboys, dude. Yeah.
But because it's something that we see time and time again, right? Men who advocate for fat women and for plus-size women are interested in the insecurities, they're interested in the aspects of their fetish.
Some of them have to actually just have a preference for it, right? They're like, yeah, I'm attracted to this. That doesn't mean I don't think you're a human being.
And they're interested in the good vibes only. And honestly, I understand it. Those men get to exist in a position of privilege because there's an abundance of amazing fucking fat women, and there's just not when it comes to men.
Bruh. There's an abundance of amazing fat women, but not when it comes to men. That's weird. Is that why you guys are always saying you date conventionally attractive men? My man is tall, and he has a beard, and he goes to the gym. But when it comes to fat men, there's no good ones to be found, huh? Only the fat ladies are cool. So that works out interesting for you, huh? So you're saying you don't date fat men? What the hell are they talking about? There's an abundance of beautiful, awesome fat women, but no cool fat men. What do you mean? So the fat guys are all lame or something? Where do you get that from? Have you ever hung out with any of them, or... So being fat as a woman is just a body type. It has nothing to do with your personality or how you exercise or eat or anything. But if you're a fat man, I'm sorry, Charlie, you're going to have to kick rocks. This seems to be the treatment that fat men get a lot. There's not a whole lot of inclusivity for fat men within the fat acceptance, health at every size movement. You guys are always talking about acceptance and this and that, but you won't even accept the fat men?
Hypocrisy.
This movement is full of a bunch of women who want to get the attractive man and call you some sort of phobe if you don't date them. But then they won't even date the men that are their same size within the movement.
I'm going to put the male advocates into a few different categories, right? The first category is the men.
The first category is garbage. And then the second category is more garbage. And then the third category is the worst garbage. How dare you try to advocate for us ladies?
Who are really particularly focused on centering their sexual desire for fat women, and so they obsess over things like their bellies, or they obsess over the relationship that they have with them, and they want to call them a bunch of weird names. Connected to them are men who use fat women as a way to build a platform.
I bet there are a few men trying to use fat women to build a platform these days. And if those men aren't also fat, then I would be weary of it.
Right? They use them for clout and they lie about their desire and interest because time and time again, fat women show up for people who advocate for us.
Right. You show up for people that advocate for you. So you guys keep getting duped by dudes who are pretending to advocate for you, but they're really just trying to get that sweet, sweet TikTok clout or whatever.
Abundance. There are people like Trevor who engage in a performance of fantasy that is targeted towards fat women.
Is that what his page is about? Hold on, let's go back and take a look. So she's saying that his page is geared at fat women. All I've seen on here is him literally talking about how he's tall and then like working out. Like literally that is it. Look, here we go. Comparing my height to random things in the gym. Man, hell yeah, dude. And then look, seeing how much I can overhead press. We need an update on your hair. Dude, this is typical fuckboy shit. Dude, he's not trying to advocate for you. What are you talking about? Oh my god, imagine calling this your boyfriend. The caption on this, bro, what are you doing? Brother, please step back from the reins of whatever this is. I know you have 2.7 million followers, so clearly what you're doing is working out, but Jesus. That reminds me of those POVs on TikTok, like Chad has made videos about. If you guys haven't checked out Chad, check her out. She's funny, here on YouTube. POV. I'm your boyfriend and I just got in a fight and my knuckles are all bloody and you're trying to calm me down. It's not worth it, babe. Don't fight them. You'll end up hurting them again. I know there were 4 of them and I killed them all with my bare hands, but I just can't help it. My rage is just too powerful. No, seriously, stuff like that, dude. Seriously, shit like that. There was one where like this POV, this kid like looks down at his hands and they're all bloody, and then like somebody asks him, they're like, did you get in a fight? And then he's like, yeah. And they're like, how many was it this time? And he was like, 4 or whatever. Like he just beat the crap out of 4 adult males. Dude, my goodness, friend, step back from the reins of madness. Don't you love how I just start talking about stuff that has nothing to do with anything? Maybe we should get back to the video, huh?
And is about giving them access to a unique experience that straight-sized women are always getting all of the time. Trevor's content might lead to the long-term empowerment of fat women that is not connected to his actual desire for you.
I didn't see any stuff where he was talking about wanting fat women or advocating for them or what. I didn't see any stuff on his page at all about advocating for women. Let's take another quick look. All right, Trevor, do you really advocate for larger women, brother? Let me see you. Okay. Okay, there's him posting his new car, his hair, lifting weights, push-ups. Here's one where he shows off doing squats and then he answers the phone. This one's pretty sweet. See that? Mm-hmm. Your boy is pretty talented. Your boy is pretty talented. I'm sorry the stupid mouse cursor is on there. Is that amateur? You know us YouTubers have mice too, right? Alright, so I've seen not one bit of content where he's advocating for larger people or being an ally in that space or what have you. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Megs, for fun. All I see is a very buff man with nice hair and full of tattoos, and he's got a nice car, and he's tall, full of tattoos, handsome. I'm not gay, you're gay. What? Dude, this guy is just an F-boy, homie. He is not trying to advocate for anybody. Look, he's over here squatting another man to show off. Dude, this guy ain't advocating. This guy ain't advocating. This guy ain't advocating for anybody.
And yes, obviously I'm biased because I love his content.
Okay, so you do love his content. What? Where was the part where he advocated for fat people? Well, I didn't see any content that appeared to be aimed at fat women, but maybe just in general he's pretending to be attracted to the camera and be like, hey, how's it going, sexy? So that you'll think that the video is aimed at you or something. Honestly, that sounds like a genius type of content. You're just like, hey, sexy. Dude, you are looking buff today, or slim, or whatever a woman, man like yourself likes to hear. You are looking amazing. Mwah. Hello, girlfriend or boyfriend. I really missed you, insert name, here today. I love you. That was actually creepy the way I just said that. It was all the look on my face was not right. The vibe was off. I love you. That's how you can creep somebody out. That's how you say it. You get a look like a deer in the headlights when you say it. I love you. Also, don't break eye contact for several seconds afterwards. Alright, what the hell were we talking about?
And yes, obviously I'm biased because I love his content.
That's weird. You love his content. How many fat men do you follow? Just out of curiosity. The hypocrisy within this movement is astounding. If somebody doesn't want to have relations with an overweight woman, then they need to change the way they look at the world, and it's because of all these stigmas and stuff, and it's not valid. But if you think that fat men are lacking, or whatever you said earlier, like they're not good enough, they're not as good as the fat women in this space, that's perfectly fine. Why would you even be attracted to a dude who lifts weights and does all this fat-phobic stuff anyway? That dude is fat-phobic as hell. He's in great shape.
But there's also this other side of men advocating for plus-size women.
Oh, where they're not as attractive as that guy, so you hate them?
That is focused on them wanting to share their experiences as somebody who dates predominantly fat women, or wanting to kind of show up and talk about their insecurities and tell them why they shouldn't have those insecurities. They're a whole different kind of beast, because they are centering themselves in a space that does not center them.
So when they come up and are like, yo, you don't need to feel insecure, you're actually beautiful. To you, that means that they are centering themselves?
They're the kind of person who feeds off of the praise that they get from somebody telling them that they're a good advocate.
Alright, as we gaze upon this image, I would just like to say, we're all mad here. Name that reference.
Or that they deserve a medal because they sat on the sidelines while fat women experienced discrimination.
I have been waiting for this medal for quite a while. Does it not take bravery and courage for me to watch you struggle from the sidelines? I can really see you're going through a lot over there, and I support you from way over here, gosh dang it. Is it not good enough?
But they're an ally because they hugged you through it. But they're the same kind of person whose feelings get hurt because you told them that you didn't want or like the way in which they chose to advocate for you, because they didn't show appreciation for the fact that you duetted a video of theirs or stitched it. Or they attempt to enforce notions of politeness and decorum onto you, and the kind of person who thinks that it's okay for support to happen on their terms.
Right. So basically what you're saying is if anybody tries to support you, you're gonna crap all over them and make them feel like a fool. Fat women are beautiful. You don't need to feel insecure. You're just as beautiful as anybody else. I don't like the way that you advocated for me. That wasn't the correct way to do that. But I'm tall and I lift weights. Oh, why didn't you say so, dude? Get in here.
When they're not the marginalized person. And the Venn diagram between those fat advocates and the good guy trope is a fucking circle.
Alright, I think she meant to say nice guys, not good guys. She's saying that the dudes who come around and try to advocate for women are also nice guys. That's funny because a lot of people seem to think that the female fat activists have a lot of incel type of vibes, or nice girls kind of vibes. It's interesting how she views the two different types of advocacy, right? The Trevor guy, who she was mad at because he didn't like her negative vibes and stuff, despite all that, she still didn't think that he was as bad as the other people who were nice guys who advocated for her and were likely also overweight. So an overweight, nice guy says nice things to you to try to support you, and you hate that. You crap all over that. But an attractive guy who's just pretending to support you so he can get clout, as you said, well, that's just fine. I love his content.
But also, this is your reminder that the content of mine that makes it onto your For You page is a reflection of you and what you engage with, not me.
Your content making it onto my For You page is a reflection of me, not you. But you're the one who made the video. What? So all of you that are watching my videos, whatever I say in here, that ain't got crap to do with how I feel. I'm just saying all this stuff for you. Wait. You wouldn't have found this video if these words didn't... You wouldn't have found this video if these words didn't represent you. So anytime you find something that you disagree with online, that's actually your opinion. They served it to you because that's what you want to see. This person is all over the place, but to me it's clear. Despite the fact that a lot of these people claim to be intellectual and deep and all this type of stuff, they're actually some of the most superficial people on the planet. This person is very confused and they contradict themselves a lot. You don't mind the good-looking buff guy getting clout by using the fat women's movement or whatever, But you very much dislike when people are too nice to you, and it seems like they're trying to advocate a little too much, or they're a nice guy. What is a nice guy? Is that the neckbeard who lives in his mom's basement who is overweight? You don't like that guy, huh? You like the guy that works out a lot and is buff and has tattoos. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.